We were back in Knothole. Nicole and I began to accommodate the rescued wolves in the refuges that Nicole had built with her nanites. They were small houses, usually with one room and a bathroom, but there were bigger ones for the families. She made sure to make them feel as comfortable as possible. Once that was done, we took the roboticized wolves to a warehouse in the castle, where they would be laying until Rotor built the de-roboticizer. After that, Nicole asked me if I wanted to talk. I told her I didn't, that I just needed some time alone. She nodded and vanished. Then I exited the warehouse and got out of the castle. The sky was clear, the sun was brighter than ever. The birds sung, and the people of my kingdom were in peace. I could see it, yet I couldn't feel it. My steps were calm just as my breathing. My gaze was lost in the light blue sky. Sonic began to appear in my thoughts. I smiled a bit by just remembering his face, his voice, those hopeful and brave eyes. I arrived at the forest. The treetops blocked the sun nicely, letting only a few rays of light come through. The tranquil sounds of the river began to comfort my soul. I felt the source speaking to me. A tear ran down my face. I felt a lump in my throat. My knees trembled as well as my arms. I knelt down over the soft grass and bowed down my head. I made the signal and started to pray. I remember those words with clarity. O source of all, light of my ancestors, of my kingdom, Mobius and beyond, I bear a great sadness. I failed them. I was their only hope, and I failed them. They are with you now, and it's my fault. Am I really enough for this? If Sonic had been there, this wouldn't have happened. But the world is in chaos right now. So many battles to fight, so much evil to destroy. I'm sorry. I just wanted to talk about this. I know I shouldn't be complaining, as all I do is for you. Sorry. I will try. I'll try to be strong, for you, for them. Stand by my side, source of all. After some moments of reflection, I got to my feet and began to walk back to the town. When I returned, a group of kids approached me, running and laughing. They were from the wolves that we had rescued. They were being accompanied by who appeared to be their nanny. The kids hugged me while saying grateful and sweet words to me. One of them asked me if Knothole was their new home. I just smiled at her and told her it was, for the moment. The nanny looked at me with the same eyes of gratefulness, bowing her head and walking away, along with the kids. I smiled with a true yet brief feeling of bliss. Nicole appeared next to me all of a sudden. She told me that was what we were fighting for. The future of Mobius, the lives of those little children. She asked me a question that took me off guard, asking me if I had ever thought of having kids. I immediately thought on my beloved, looking at the horizon with a spark of hope in my heart. With conviction and certainty, I told her I would when the time came if the source willed it. After a brief moment of silence, I asked her the same question. She chuckled and let out a long sigh. The smile on her face disappeared slowly. Nicole told me that would make her very happy, but that for obvious reasons that was never going to happen. I felt guilty right away. All the time I had spent with her, all the memories, battles, and conversations, I always forgot she was just a simulation, and that was never going to change. I could see the sadness in her eyes, the impotence and the desire that she always carried with her, even if she thought I didn't notice. I hugged her strongly, telling her she would be the best of moms, the best of wives for the most fortunate man in all of Mobius. She cried softly while hugging me back, letting out the most human and real sobs that I've heard in my whole life.